When you hear the words heavy industry, shipbuilding, oil refining, massive construction, you probably picture these huge, powerful, but kind of slow-moving giants. Well, one of those titans, South Korea's HD Hyundai, just posted a financial result so insane you have to stop and ask, what on earth is going on?
There it is, 294.5%. Let that sink in for a second. That is the year-over-year operating profit growth for HD Hyundai in the third quarter of 2025. I mean, that's a staggering number for any company. But for a foundational industrial giant, that's not a startup, that's a legacy powerhouse.
So that brings us right to the big question, doesn't it? In a world that's all about digital everything and facing some seriously tough global competition, how is a company built on steel and oil achieving this kind of crazy growth? Let's dig in and find out. Okay, so to really get how they're doing this, we first need to understand what HD Hyundai is today. And trust me, it's a lot more than you might think. Now have a look at this. This breakdown is fascinating. Yeah, of course, shipbuilding is a colossal piece of the pie at nearly 41%. But look right next to it. HD Hyundai Oil Bank, their energy division, is right there with them, neck and neck. And then you've got these other major players in construction and electric systems. So you see, this isn't just one company, it's a powerhouse conglomerate, like a whole fleet of industrial titans sailing in formation. But even giants face pressure. And for HD Hyundai, it's like being caught in this giant pincer movement from two massive global forces. They really have to evolve, or they risk becoming a relic. So on one side, you've got just brutal market pressure. Competitors, especially from places like China and India, are in a race to the bottom on price for the kinds of standard products that have been their bread and butter for decades. Then, on the other side, you've got these world-changing global pressures. The whole planet is demanding green tech, right? And at the same time, AI and digital are threatening to make the old way of doing things completely obsolete. It's a classic squeeze play. So how does a giant fight back when it's getting squeezed like that? Well, with a huge, two-pronged counterattack. Let's break down the first part of their strategy, this massive pivot to all things sustainable. They're calling it the green transition. And believe me, this isn't just some fancy marketing slogan. This is a fundamental rewiring of the company's DNA. It means they're rethinking every single thing they build, from the ships crossing our oceans to the excavators building our cities, and re-engineering the whole shebang for a low-carbon world.
So take their core business, shipbuilding. They aren't just betting on one future fuel. Nope. They are mastering all of them. LNG, methanol, ammonia, even hydrogen. They're also upgrading old ships to meet new rules and, get this, they're exploring seriously futuristic stuff like small modular nuclear reactors to power their vessels. It's wild.
And this just shows you how deep their ambition goes. It's not just about the ships. Their oil division is learning how to produce biofuels and sustainable jet fuel. Their construction arm is building electric and hydrogen excavators. Even their electrical division is creating greener power equipment. It is a total systemic transformation. But going green isn't enough. The future also has to be smart. And that brings us to the second pillar of their strategy, what they're calling a massive digital leap. The digital leap is all about taking this traditionally very physical, analog industry and just injecting it with intelligence. It's about using AI, robotics, and big data to not only make what they're doing now way more efficient, but to actually invent the smart products of the future. Think about a shipyard. It's one of the most complex manufacturing environments on Earth. Well, they are turning it into a smart shipyard. They're using AI to help design ships. They've got robots doing welding with superhuman precision. And they're creating these incredible digital twins, basically perfect virtual copies of the whole shipyard, where they can test and perfect every step before a single piece of steel gets cut. And the things they're building are just as futuristic. We're talking about autonomous ships that can navigate the seas all by themselves. We're talking about smart systems that act like a nervous system for the ship, constantly monitoring its own health. This is them shifting from just building heavy things to building heavy, intelligent things. Okay, so we've got the two-part strategy, go green and go digital. But how does all of this connect back to that unbelievable profit number we started with? This right here is the key takeaway. That 294.5% jump, it isn't just a lucky quarter. It's the first real powerful signal that this colossal, expensive, and frankly risky bet on what you could call a twin transformation is actually working.
It's a sign that the market is finally rewarding them for their vision.
But, and this is really crucial, look at where the money is actually coming from right now. This chart shows a huge chunk of that profit, over 1 trillion won, came from their oil bank. This just shows the incredible tightrope they're walking. They are using the immense profitability of their traditional business to fund the very transition that will, one day, completely transform it. So, HD Hyundai is betting its entire future on the idea that heavy industry has to be both green and intelligent. The early returns are mind-blowing, but this race is far from over. And it raises this huge question, not just for them, but for their entire sector. Is this the new blueprint for survival? And will this twin transformation be enough to outmaneuver their rivals and secure their legacy for the next 100 years?